Hey guys, welcome to Tick Back Time. Today I have another very special product to share with you guys. This is the end result of the watch assembly kit from DIY Watch Club. So the kind folks at DIY Watch Club sent me this kit to assemble and really show you guys what it's all about. And I must say I really had a blast. It is so fun to assemble your watch yourself. I really learned a lot along the way, and I think if I can do it, anyone out there can as well. Because I'm a clumsy person. I do not have steady hands, so their tutorials really guide you through and really handhold you through each step, right? So if you have any doubts or fear in you that you are not able to do this, please put that aside and give this a shot, because it's really very fun and it's really so satisfying that you're able to assemble the watch on your own. And how it comes to you, it will come to you in the different watch parts, and they will give you all the tools you need, as well as links to tutorial videos online which you can reference in order to assemble your watch together. So all in all, I took around 2 hours. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the process with you on the next part of this video, but please do not take this as a tutorial video. This is more just to showcase to you guys what you can expect from the journey of assembling your watch using this kit, alright? And if you guys are interested in this, there's a link below in the description box, and as well as a coupon code which will give you an extra 5% off your purchase, alright? So without a further ado, let's jump into the watch assembly process.
Alright, so this is a quick unboxing of the watch kit. They have the parts all very nicely organized inside this little bag, and you can also see that you have all the tools you need to assemble your piece together. So there's really nothing in addition that you need to purchase. And of course, they will give you some links to instructional videos and also to guide you along the way. So it's a very step-by-step process, and you will not be left on your own. Right now, I'm doing the first step. I'm removing the case back from the case. Moving on, I am removing the chapter ring from the case holder. Okay, so this is one part that I got a little bit stumped. I had difficulty locating the release pin for the temporary crown, so it really took me a little while to find where I have to push down on, and once I managed to do that, the crown was able to be removed quite easily. Now I'm inserting the crown that is going to be used for the end product. Assembling the dial onto the movement. And this is the part where most people have difficulties with installing the hands. So I start off with the hour hand as instructed, and then proceeding to the minute hand and the second hand. So one of the difficulties that I came across was to get the hour hand to line up with the minute hand exactly at the hour. So what you have to do is you have to wait for that date change before you install the hour hand, and that was the part which I found took the most time for me to really align the hour hand exactly when the date switches over. So I'm doing these checks now, and I find that the hands were quite difficult to manipulate because, as I mentioned in the beginning, I don't have steady hands. So this was definitely one of the most challenging parts of the whole process. one thing that you do have to note is that you have to press down the hands enough for it to be flat to the stem inside the movement as well. So that is something that they do ask you to be aware of. So you have to really make sure that the hands are seated correctly. So what I'm doing now is I'm not contented with the way the hands line up. So I'm trying to remove the hands to start all over again. They also taught you how to do this inside their instructional videos. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. If let's say you encounter the same issues that I do, you're able to remove the hands and start over again with that Burjon hand remover that they provide. As you can see, this process is really taking a long time, and it's really important to me to get the hands to line up correctly. So that's why I decide to spend so much time on it. The second hand is one area which most people feel that they have difficulties with. I did not really have that issue. I think what made the process easier for me was knowing that the second hand need not be lined up with any of the other hands since you have the hacking feature. That being said, if you do screw up and you do damage one of the hands, they provide two sets of hands within the kit. So that is very generous of them, so you have a bit of an allowance to make more mistakes. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to clean the dial, and this is another part which I find very difficult to get perfect. No matter what I did, I could still see specks of dust on the area, on the dial, or on the hands itself. So I guess this really comes down to your environment, how dusty your room is, how dusty your workstation is. But for me, I found that it really took a lot of time for me to get all the different debris out of the dial and also the hands itself. So now I'm cleaning the case as well, the glass, to make sure that there's no dust particles on the inside. And finally, I'm removing the crown again so that I can install it into the case. As you can see, I'm still struggling. Okay, now I have the chapter ring on. I'm aligning the chapter ring after installing it. You can do so by using a pair of pliers or tweezers to adjust it whilst it has already been installed onto the dial. Make sure it lines up so it's not Seiko. Here's my OCD at play again, trying to get it perfect. Alright, so now it's time to assemble the movement and the dial onto the case. So I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but I missed out one piece over here. If you look to the top of the screen, you can see there's a metal ring there. For this particular model, it comes with this retaining ring on the top as well, above the chapter ring, and I forgot to put this in. So I had to redo this process. So I finally realized my mistake, and right now I'm redoing the last few steps. I have placed that ring over the chapter ring as you can see right now, and I have to install it back into the case and then insert back the crown into the whole finished product. For this particular dive model, the bezel insert has already been installed for you, so there's no alignment that you have to do yourself. And I'm happy to report that the bezel insert lines up perfectly. So I'm just cleaning the roto at the back because it does come with a display case back, so I don't want there to be any dust particles visible. So finally, I'm assembling the case back. Be sure to put back the rubber gasket, and I'll be done with the assembly of this watch. All in all, it took me around 2 hours. This video is sped up for your viewing pleasure, but I must say I've enjoyed every single minute of it. Check it out. Look at the lovely dial and my finished watch.
So thank you guys for tuning in to that. Let me just leave you with a wrist shot. And I want to say that, well, it was really fun. It was challenging at times, but I managed to commit and I managed to finish up this lovely watch that you can see now on my wrist. So what I want to add on to this is that the process was fun, it was challenging, the instructions were very clear, and the end result is that you have a lovely made watch. This is not some cheap watch that you get. So I'm really surprised and really glad to let you guys know that the end product is something of quality as well. It's not just about the assembly process, all right? And if you guys are interested, like I mentioned earlier on in the beginning of the video, please head on down to the description box for the link where you can see the different selections of the available watch assembly kits. You could also check out, the rest of their website. They have different hands, different bezel inserts, and so on for you to customize a watch to make it your very own. So thank you guys so much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the like button. And if you want to see more content from me, please also subscribe to my channel. That will really help me out a lot. Thank you guys and see you on the next one.